not believe what I just ran into out there.
You tense up when you get excited.
Go and tear the arms and the legs off that man for me, will you?
But we're talking there about something that endangers everyone that lives on the face of this earth.
Have a nice day. Soldier, and a gun runner, then a diamond smuggler. You've led a very busy life, Mr. Cooper.
Well, it keeps me off the streets.
You are a cool customer. Haven't asked even once where I'm taking you.
I have something to sell. If your man wants to buy, you can pay me anywhere. I'm not proud.
Just another day, another dollar, right?
No. Another $2. These are K3 pellets, plutonium energized. Plus, I heard your man was going to pay a bonus for delivery in 72 hours, true?
I wouldn't know. I was hired by phone, paid by messenger. I know where your buyer is, but I don't know whom.
Another day, another dollar for you too, huh?
Well, I don't think I'd go around stealing K3 pellets from top secret installations.
To tell you the truth, I wouldn't either. I hired some boo on the inside to steal them for me.
I think I do like you a little, Mr. Cooper.
Well, then put this on autopilot. There's this ancient Albanian massage the gypsies guarantee. Relaxes the muscles and it relieves all the tensions.
Your prospective buyer promised to be ready and waiting for you when you land. And that's about 3 minutes from now.
3 minutes? There's no place down there we can land in 3 minutes.
Oh, I didn't say our landing, Mr. Cooper. I said your landing. Have a nice day.
Where you are, please. My employer will examine the product.
Just a minute.
You argue with me, I'll break your back.
Oh, I got it here. I got it right here. Here it is. Thank you, Melrose. Wait a minute. These are not K3 pellets. They are phonies. The clock is running late, and I am being detoured by petty deceptions. They refuse to understand genius, therefore they insult it. Not than you. There'll always be cruel to you, Manfred. There'll always be insensitive. Melrose, go and tear the arms and the legs off that man for me, will you?
Hey! That packet's worth a fortune. What are you so happy about?
Okay. Maybe I could adjust my asking price a little. I'll just go over and talk to your boss and... Are you out there?
Thomas, why are you transmitting? You're no longer in the aircraft?
Well, I'm sort of a dropout, you might say. You still tracking that plane?
Affirmative. And we have unit agents in position at the projected airfield.
Terrific. Now you can send them home. Our K3 buyer was waiting when I landed, just like the woman promised. Except I didn't plan on landing before the plane.
Well, you did meet the man. You do have a description.
Nope. But he must pay his help well. His chauffeur was dying to please him.
Thomas, are you saying there's a body to be recovered?
Just send a chopper to pick me up so I can get out of this vacation poster.
Thomas, body.
Yes, Torque. There is a body to be recovered. Oh, I am sorry, Melrose. You are dead, Melrose. But it's not too serious. Just 2 broken gyros and a couple of cracked circuit boards. Now, don't worry. I'll have you up and about in no time.
Sloane. Hi, Torque. Kelly. Thomas.
Don't ask me. I just got here.
Effie, this department's not made of money. Do you realize how much power you consumed last month? Have you even looked at the size of this electric bill?
Well, that bill does cover a full 2-month period, Mr. Director. And I am a Series 3000 multifunction computer occupying
Effie,
27
we
square...
both know what you are. All we're trying to discuss now is the price.
The limousine and the aircraft were both rented under fictitious names.
Okay, I expected that. But no trace of the body? That guy went over a pretty high cliff. No stains on the parachute, rocks, nothing?
Nothing. But I've showed everyone that you are more truthful than you look, Thomas.
Thank you very much.
Excuse me, Mr. Sloane.
Pretty impressive pipe. You got an extra?
Sorry, Mr. Sloane. I'm expecting the director's final approval on this today.
Oh, excuse me.
Good morning, Thomas.
Effie, my darling, how are you?
Oh, my circuits are all just fine, say Thomas. But I do thank you for...
Effie, a computer doesn't conserve electricity by blushing over a man. Thomas, talk. Gentlemen, I'm frightened. Whoever's been buying up those plutonium-energized pellets wanted this last batch in 72 hours. So whatever he's been planning, he's now ready to do.
Perhaps he's going to build his own private nuclear device.
Effie's computed that is not very probable. But the president agrees that the mere fact of K3 being in unknown and unauthorized hands constitutes a clear and present danger.
Tark monitored that girl's plane. I could find her again.
Not you, Thomas. Your cover's blown. The man knows you now.
And I could use that as a plus. I still have the best chance of getting next to him before it's too late.
Thomas, you're the only priority one agent we have. The risk to you now...
Excuse me, sir. I know the pellets I was carrying were phony, but very sophisticated. And that man was able to anticipate our game plan and analyze those pellets on the spot.
All right. So his credentials are impressive.
And whatever it is he's going to do, if he isn't stopped, that's going to be just as impressive.
What do you need?
A few of the real K3 pellets.
Don't be absurd. I can't go to the president with that.
He's already agreed there's a clear and present danger. And now there's less than the 72 hours you mentioned.
Sir, it was right here on the table. Cute little pipe.
Melrose. See? Still the face I first designed for you. Are you, feeling okay now?
Mr. Baranoff has renewed me fine, thank you. And I have a built-in flamethrower now. Like they have.
Like they have? Flamethrowers? Melrose, do you mean flamethrowers as in weapons?
Melrose, you may patrol the grounds now.
Is everything all right, Sarah?
I'm not sure, Mr. Baranoff. I'm a little confused about some things I've been noticing lately. And what I just heard.
Oh, yes. You know, I wondered how long your delightful naivete would last. You come here at least twice a week and bury your head so diligently in the work at hand.
But I'm grateful for the work. You know that. But, Mr. Baranoff, you always told me you were doing all of this just for science. That I mustn't embarrass you by telling anyone about your private philanthropic research.
Oh?
Well, I don't believe that that's the real reason, Mr. Baranoff. And I'd like to know what it is you are doing in this lab.
Oh, Sarah, you are asking me to brag a bit, you know. Oh, well, why not? I feel very close to you, Sarah. As you know, I have created 6 generations of androids, each more sophisticated than the last. Now, behind that curtain is my 7th generation. There will only be one of you.
Mr. Baranoff.
source of energy that will give him strength and independent motion, but already he has absorbed the knowledge of the ages.
To what end? Look, I'm sorry to be so blunt, Mr. Baranoff, but you tricked me. And I went for it. And I'm not very proud of either of us right now.
But you will be, Sarah. Oh, you will be. You see, Sarah, I am a very brilliant man, but I don't like people. See, and they don't like me. So when I assume my rightful position of power, it will simply be through him. I've named him Alexander. Alexander the Great. He conquered Egypt and Babylonia. Parthia, Bactria, the whole Persian Empire. Oh, the very world crumbled before his armies, and he is the beginning of my Alexander's army.
Do you realize how you sound?
Well, how do I sound? To you, Sarah?
I think I'd like to go home now, please, Mr. Baranoff. If you'll just excuse me.
I am so very disappointed that you're not visualizing this in its proper perspective, Sarah. But I can hardly allow you to leave the estate with this kind of negative attitude.
Louise, the best part of flying that airplane is coming here to you afterwards for this. That was extra good.
I told you you'd like it. That Albanian massage, remember? It really does work.
How did you get here?
Now listen to me quietly. I didn't know those pellets were phony. That boob that I hired to steal them for me wasn't such a boob after all. He switched them on.
What are you telling me for?
Because you're going with me to get the real pellets. Then you're to get in touch with your boss, and we can still do business.
I told you I have no boss.
You tense up when you get excited. Your man's still interested in the product, isn't he?
He'll never trust you again.
He doesn't have to. I know where my man's going to be in exactly a half hour. It doesn't give us much time to get there. But you're welcome to come as you are. Among thieves, huh? You stole the real pellets and gave me phonies. Now you give me the real ones, I'm gonna break your arm. Look at my index finger. Your hand. Take this. Show it to your man in trust. You can reach me at the hotel. Have him test it. Take these. You won't be needing this car anymore. One single pellet of actual K3, Thomas. Why do you say things like that? I was having a very nice day till you said that. I can hone in on the paint job of that car from up to 50 miles. So wherever she lands...
Oh, it's real. It is real. Alexander! Look. Now, there are going to be 3 of these for you. A lifespan of 500 years, beginning today. Which means that my timetable will work. We're only 48 hours from the attack I originally planned, so you'll have plenty of time to see that they're energized as well. very soon, these 10 warriors will become 10,000. But if they strike on time and on target, why, these few will suffice, which means in 48 hours they will panic the world.
Fair enough. I sense an intruder.
Sloane will return.
Are you all right?
You certainly are. Where are we? As a matter of fact, who are we? You look human.
My name is Sarah Nightingale.
Oh.
I'm a sculptress. I work part-time for Mr. Baranoff. Or at least I did until... I assume you're not a close friend of his.
Manfred Baranoff, the boy wonder with all the money?
He really is a very brilliant person, but I'm afraid socially he's very alienated. As a matter of fact, what I really think now is that he's dangerously out to lunch.
So far, I wouldn't argue with that at all.
He's marvelous with electrical things.
Oh, I am so happy you're awake, Mr. Cooper.
Look, I was just following Our Lady pilot because I want to keep tabs on that pellet that I gave to her.
Oh, you still want to sell all 3 of those to me?
Well, try me. But for top dollar.
I did. While you were still unconscious, you and I enjoyed a very interesting question and answer session in my lab, Mr. Sloane. Are you really a government agent?
I thought you just said we already played that game.
Your name is Thomas Remington Sloane. You are not simply a privateer who has intention of selling K3 pellets. As to revealing your employer, well, you are apparently either very strong-minded or very well-trained. I really don't care which. Sherman!
Oh, please, you're not serious about keeping us in here.
Juvenile delinquent inherits too much money. The same old story. Those robots, what do they do? They sing, they dance, but what do they do?
They carry out my commands, Mr. Sloane.
72 hours until...
Oh, it's down to 48 hours now. And counting. Now, that is off. That is on. Need I say more?
You might. 48 hours until what?
Don't be too long in eating, though. Half hour is all you'll get. I think.
Oh, please, wait.
Just take it easy. It's a light worker for Baranoff.
What is that? What are you doing?
Calling in the cavalry, I hope. Torque? Torque. Can't get through that electrical interference.
What do you mean by half an hour? What'll happen in half an hour?
The wall of light's moving inward. It'll probably take a half hour before it clears us against that wall.
Oh, Krista, I know you didn't help me just for the money I paid you, or that airplane, or the jewelry I gave you.
Of course not, Manfred.
Yeah. Now we are ready with the 1K3 pellet that Mr. Sloane brought us. Oh, Krista. Now, I feel quite close to you, Krista.
And I feel close to you, Manfred.
Alexander, in less than 1 minute, the strength of giants will course through your body. All I do is simply insert this power converter. Well, naturally, without all 3 brand new pellets, we can't have the full 500-year lifespan that we'd hoped for. But a few years is all that's needed for the Baranoff star to rise. So you'll have a decade or 2 to serve me. There we are. All done. Simple as that. How do you feel?
I feel strong.
Oh, and he does look strong.
Oh, he will be my alter ego among other world leaders, my puppet king, my servants. Supreme. It's his brain we care about, my dear.
Of course.
The tabletop protects the stake. Maybe it can protect us. Just crawl under it. And after your mother tried to marry you off to the dentist.
She found a lawyer for me. He did very well. Very successful, but he... got arrested twice in a sauna bath, so I came out here to study before Mom could find somebody else.
For whatever it's worth, Sarah Nightingale, at this moment, you're pretty good company to be with.
That's right, Effie. I'm at 109er degrees. What do you compute?
The electrical interference is coming from a spot 274 degrees east, and it's very close to you, Torque.
We were both art students. Lots of the students used to model for each other.
If I hold this just right, the light ought to be reflected at least long enough for you to crawl under. You ready?
But who expects your mother to come popping in from Sioux City, Iowa, right at that kind of moment?
Now. Come on, help me.
Anyway, she chased poor Marcello all the way down the block with her umbrella. He never did come back to paint with me or anything else with me. And I really did like Marcello.
It's all right, Sarah. It's okay.
Excuse me. Hey, lady, hey!
Everything's gone. The equipment, the androids.
Thomas, I still do not believe what I just ran into out there.
See if you believe what's over here.
The whole place is deserted.
Not quite. Now this, I didn't expect. He was a mastermind. Someone just took his title away. Putting together everything Sarah Nightingale has told me, I think Baranoff was killed by his own creation.
Oh, yes, the ultimate android. Alexander the Great, wasn't it? Well, I shouldn't have any trouble getting the president to believe that. A flock of robots running around led by another robot who just killed it. Thomas, you're not suggesting this robot killed its creator intentionally?
Not if it's going to make you mad. But if Alexander thought he were smarter than the man that built him...
Good heavens, do you realize you're attributing the power of independent thought to a mere computerized, pre-programmed gaggle of wires and circuits? That's ridiculous.
Mr. Director.
Don't get upset, Effie. I'm sure the director didn't mean it.
Sorry, Effie. No insult intended, you know that. Heat of the moment is all.
It's quite all right, Mr. Director. No offense taken. Thomas, I've computed those probabilities for you.
What probabilities?
If Alexander covets the same power that Baranoff had, he's going to want that army of androids for himself.
Army of androids?
If he can get enough K3 to energize them. Effie?
The amount of K3 or other nuclear-related material required to energize such a force would be prohibitively large. So your hypothesis may well be correct, Thomas.
Your hypothesis, Thomas? Well, I'm delighted to hear you have one. Do you think I might share in it?
I think there's going to be an attack on some facility that stores the nuclear materials those androids are going to need.
An attack on a nuclear facility? But we're talking there about something that endangers everyone that lives on the face of this earth.
Allan, thank you. Are you sure you won't try eating food? You had a very strenuous night.
No, thank you, Krista.
What were you working at so hard?
I was pre-programming the 10 warriors I inherited from your pseudo-intellectual friend Baranoff. They're going to invade a private research facility and gather sufficient nuclear material to energize 500 more just like them.
500? You do think big.
And I congratulate you, by the way, for deducing so quickly that I would be a much more profitable companion for you than the late Mr. Baranoff.
Well, you do sweet-talk a girl. Alex, before they go and steal the stuff to energize 500 more of their own kind, don't those first 10 still have to be energized themselves?
All I need are more pellets, and I know how I'm going to get them.
Yes, but there's a man called Sloane out there somewhere.
Ah.
Shouldn't you be keeping tabs on him? Know where he's at? What he's up to, at least?
I know where the sculptress is, Miss Nightingale. And humans, being what they are, I think that should be sufficient. Now, tell me about food.
Pretty good-looking man, you're Alexander.
His nose is too perfect. I think yours is nicer.
Thank you.
You know, if all of my artwork hadn't been at Mr. Baranoff's lab, I could have shown you a bust.
Oh, this is fine, but wouldn't you rather do this at home, at your own easel?
Oh, no. No, this is perfect. Just walking along. I love this just sketching and walking.
Now tell me why I don't believe that.
I don't know. Maybe because you're perceptive. You see, beneath this worldly facade, this haughty, super sophisticated veneer of carefree independence.
You mean your mother's still visiting with her umbrella?
Oh, Thomas, she's never gonna go home. She insists all the men out here are the same. How come she got to find that out and not me? Anyway, she hates them all. I gave up even trying to find one I could bring to the door.
Let's get to my car.
Live like this all the time?
Arnie, who's that guy?
I don't know. Hey, fella, get out of the way! Let's get out of here.
I can't. Can't move. Shoot! Or something.
I can't move my arm.
Remove the energized material from the rear. Quickly now.
A man called Sloane will return.
Your target. You will go in pairs. Observe traffic laws. Gather as an attack force at the facility in exactly 75 minutes. Synchronize your internal chronometers at 0, starting now. Exit now.
Thomas, do you have the tracking box at hand?
Affirmative. Do you have a setting for us?
Setting is violet, 32.1. Repeat, violet, 32.1.
We got it. We'll circle until we get a green light. Got a green light at 240 degrees. Heading southwest now. Take us over the Baranoff estate.
I've had unit agents watching that place since Baranoff was killed. Nothing going on there.
We're tracking the hijacked shipment right straight toward it.
Thomas, nobody can get in or out of that place without our people knowing. Certainly not a bunch of robots carrying nuclear material.
Thomas, the shed over there. Yeah. And your little green light's getting a very nervous pulse.
Keep me current. Where are you? Are you still tracking?
wondered how everyone and everything got cleaned out of the Baranoff estate so quick and quiet. What do you bet this tunnel runs right under the place?
And right under the feet of our unit watchdogs. After you, Thomas.
Oh, thank you very much.
When the new pellets arrive, I shall require 6 of them for my own personal possession. Go now, and find a secure place for me to keep them. Krista, you have taught me food and fashions, and other subtleties of what's current in human taste. Now, I really can see no further use for you.
Alex, I've got some things to teach you that you won't believe.
So thank you, Krista. 12, you will take a cart and transport her through the tunnel to the shed. You will strangle her on the way. You will bury her body in the field and then drive the truck away from the shed.
Alex!
Drive it to the downtown commercial district and abandon it.
Alex, for heaven's sake. We're together. I'm with you.
But for how long? 50 years or so? I'm prolonging my own span to twice what Baranoff originally had planned for me. My life here, my dominion here, will last for 1,000 years.
All right, but give me my lousy 50 or 60 years at least. Alex?
Also, you require food and drink and sleep and conversation. And you have your own mind, which is, of course, both a potential security risk as well as the cause of time-consuming moments like this one.
You can't! You're supposed to be human! They expect you to have a woman around!
I'll make one. Goodbye, Krista.
Alexander in there?
He's gonna have me killed.
Clear the shed. Come on.
Now the journey begins. Bring more tables and prepare the molds. Today the warriors will bring us the energy source to increase our numbers by 10 times 10 and provide a warrior army which will walk before us through the world. Now go. What do you think to accomplish here, other than your own suicide?
Those wind-up warriors you sent out function through your will, your telepathic direction. If I stop you, I stop them.
Well, best of luck. No way you can stop me, Mr. Sloane. No way! I congratulate you, Mr. Sloane. But
Thomas, I turned the girl over to our people. They just arrived at the shed. Good. I hope there's no more like him around.
I hope you're right.
Guess it's Thomas, all right. It's definitely Thomas.
Thanks a lot, Twerk. I gotta tell you, Sarah, your mother is a charming, attractive woman. And smell that dinner she's cooking in there.
I just can't believe it. She hasn't been this way in years. I'm awfully grateful to you, Thomas.
All right, everybody, come and get it. It may be your mother's salad, young lady, but it's my dressing.
Oh,